Ladies and gentlemen, could you please rise for the presentation of the colors, singing of the national anthem, and could we please remain standing until the colors have been retired?
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets and the rockets rocked blasted against their sinking proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
A very pleasant good afternoon to each and every one of you, and welcome to graduation 2003. You get a 10 on the Richter scale on that one. That was pretty good. I would like to take this time to welcome the parents and the grandparents, family members, friends, and distinguished guests, which are, from my right, board members Greg Scott, Keith Garton, Superintendent Dr. Beverly Cheney, Assistant Superintendent Bill Wyant, board members Jim Huff, President of the board Mike Davis, and the principal of the class of 2003, Mr. Brian Holt. I'd like to also thank the band and Gary Grams and a few of the alumni that have come back to help today. Thank you for being here. And also I would like to have Kathy Hamill and Lisa Kaufman please stand. Kathy Hamill and Ms. Hamill, Ms. Kaufman are the counselors for the class of 2003, and I appreciate all of your hard work and dedication. I would also like all the staff members that are with us today on the floor to stand. Staff, thank you for all your hard work, your prodding, your encouraging, your dedication. It goes without saying, without you, we would not be here today. Well, class of 2003, we all share in your excitement today. We are extremely proud of you and all of your accomplishments. And I think it's fitting to say that no one is successful by standing alone. So I think it would be fitting and appropriate right now if you wouldn't stand, turn around and give applause to all the people sitting behind you that have supported you these last 13 years. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you South Kitsap's acting ensemble, who will present It Didn't Hit You.
To the seniors.
Senior year was unlike any other. It went by so fast.
It didn't hit you when you woke up for your first day of school.
It didn't hit you as you walked onto the senior island for the first time as an official senior.
It didn't hit you when you cheered at your last homecoming assembly or attended your last football game.
It didn't hit you when you went to your last homecoming dance and realized prom would be way better without the lower classmen.
It didn't hit you as you entered the floor at state competition for the last time.
It didn't hit you as you scored the last winning point for the team.
It didn't hit you as you filled out those countless college applications.
It didn't hit you as you wrote that generic essay letter that you tried to use for all those applications.
It didn't hit you when your college friends returned for Christmas break and gave you all of their advice.
It didn't hit you when you celebrated New Year's Eve with friends you've known since childhood.
It didn't hit you as you had the time of your life during your last high school spring break.
It didn't hit you on your senior skip days because there were way too many to count. Then May finally came and it was prom, and you realized you might not have a date.
But you didn't really feel bad when you were there having the time of your life, even if you decided to go alone.
You begin to realize it now, when you look around and realize that you'll never see half of these people again.
If not now, then maybe tomorrow morning, when you wake up and realize that you are truly free.
It will probably hit you more over the summer, when you're getting class schedules, roommates, and going to orientation.
It still won't fully hit you when you're sitting in your room, packing up the last 18 years of your life, reminiscing with your best friend about all the stupid stuff you've done.
It might hit you the morning you leave, as that it is the last time you'll see your room, your parents, or your best friend.
It will finally hit you when you're sitting in a dorm room with a complete stranger, starting that new job that pays more than minimum wage, or daydreaming during a 400-person lecture, that you've started that new chapter in your life. This year has been full of happiness,
Sadness,
Excitement.
And intrigue.
but remember, as you leave today, life really begins, and whatever you choose to do will be a lot of fun.
Thank you, class of 2003, for making every moment of our senior year count.
We would now like to introduce Rebecca Jensen, who will present to us What Is My Life?
What is my life? Is it nothing but a vapor that fadeth away? What is life? Is it just here by happenstance? What is life? Life is a gift bestowed by God. What is life? Life is a game of full tackle football. Our birth is the opening kickoff. Our days are numbered like the yard lines on the field. Little by little, my ball, my life is advanced closer and closer to the goal line of death into the end zone of infinity. Football is a very hard game to play, but who said life was easy? My life, just like everybody else's, was filled with trips, detours, and tackles. I bore the tackles of my disabilities, but I'm still advancing the ball. I don't just quit and sit on the sidelines. That is suicide. I'm not stopping until I cross that goal line. How am I to be successful in life? The same reason why football players must practice, practice, practice. I must do my hard work first and keep on going. I never give up on myself. And when I'm set back, sick, or injured, the game is not over. The almighty referee just stopped the clock only for a little while. But that does not mean the game is over. The clock will start again and it will count on down. And I, meanwhile, will keep on keeping on. I will not stop until I'm in the end zone, and I'm not going to quit until that clock runs down. And my life is but a game of football. I'd like to introduce Justin Pettigrew, who will present Unity.
Graduation. There is no doubt that most of us could not wait for this day to come, myself included. From the countdown starting at 75 days to debilitating onsets of senioritis, there is no doubt that we were all ready to graduate. Regardless, however, of this being our last time gathered together at South like this, I would just like to take time and remember some of the more positive aspects that we had during our time here. Starting with our sophomore year, we all had notions upon entering the largest school in the state. I myself remember thinking how intimidating seniors were. Now, here we sit, seniors ourselves, and I think, we're really not that scary after all. For guys, we had to get up at 6 o'clock. However, girls, you guys had to get up at 5. This was a new experience. Riding the bus was not a new experience for many of us, but if you're one of those crazy kids who try to get a parking spot in front of the school, that was. In my honest opinion, I don't believe there was one of us who was left unaffected by the long arm of the parking attendant. The earthquake was one of those freak things that all of us remember, but many of us would not want to experience again. We all remember exactly where we were, and in most cases, exactly what our teachers did. When we concluded our sophomore year, we left with a feeling of ease and boredom due to the fact that the end was not yet in sight. Little did we know what our junior year had in store for us. Our junior year, in the first month, we had more days wrought with tragedy than not. From September 11th to those close to us passing away, our class was changed forever. The effects of the first month can still be felt today, and the amount of respect that we grant towards each other and the way we treat each other on an everyday basis. Our junior year left us having feelings towards each other in one way or another, all of them good. Yet we looked ahead to our senior year, our final year at South. We began our senior year just the way we would preferred our junior year to have begun, quiet and uneventful. We were now the big guys on campus. We were at the pinnacle of the social ladder. We had the best spot in the lunchroom, although many would still argue that the sophomore pit was the best. And we had the best spots to sit in during passing period. I almost envy those who get to stay here another year and enjoy those spots once again. Nobody will forget Doug Sackerson's rendition of Robin during the homecoming assembly, although many of us would like to forget our class competition experiences. Our senior year was a year in which we all grew up. With the Second Iraq War, many of us with post-high school plans in the military, life took on a much more serious meaning. We were no longer protected by the walls of adolescence, but we were instead shoved violently into the light of adulthood. Our time spent at South helped shape the decisions and choices that we made during our 3 years at South, all of them being positive ones. Now it would seem that this year is coming to a close. I am truly grateful that I got to spend each and every one of these moments with each and every one of you. We all made it through high school together, and we were all better for it. Thank you, class of 2003. I would now like to reintroduce the great Bambino.
Thank you. Dr. Cheney, by the standards set before me, I can certify that the class of 2003 has met all standards set by the state of Washington. Please come forward to accept the class of 2003.
Thank you, Mr. Colombier, and it is with honor and pleasure that I accept the class of 2003. To all of you, today is the final milestone in your journey that began 13 years ago when you eagerly, or maybe reluctantly, waved goodbye as you stepped over the threshold of your kindergarten classroom, all the while your parents trying to focus the video camera and fighting back tears of sadness as they realized that their baby was not a baby anymore. As I look out at the members of the class of 2003 and the parents and family members who have come today to witness and celebrate this last milestone of childhood, I'm reminded of the energy ribbon called the Nexus from the movie Star Trek Generations. The Nexus was a temporal anomaly moving through space. To anyone or anything inside the Nexus, linear time had no meaning, and a person can experience any time that he or she desires. Consequently, the past, present, and future become intertwined, much like the thoughts and remembrances going on through your minds right now. While parents are either remembering their son or daughter's first tooth, first words, first steps, or first day of school, or thinking ahead to college graduation, fully employed children, or life as empty nesters, students are remembering the highlights of this past year, anticipating life after graduation, wondering when we'll get to handing out the diplomas, and hoping I'll keep my speech short, which I hope to accommodate. You're welcome. With all of these thoughts and accompanying emotions filling the heads of everyone here, there is an overpowering feel of joy, excitement, and hope filling this dome, a feeling that hopefully you, the members of the class of 2003, will keep with you as you enter and proceed through this next phase of your life. When I think of this class of 2003, the following words come to mind: courageous, compassionate, committed, and creative. Consequently, I have great hopes and expectations for each of you, as I believe that you will be the wise, ethical, compassionate leaders of the 21st century. Your parents and teachers have worked to help you gain the knowledge, skills, attitudes, and values needed to be successful and happy in the future of your choosing. But it takes more than skill and knowledge to realize a happy, successful future. It also takes heart and action. So in closing, I'd like to end with a few lines from I Hope You Dance, a song made popular by Leanne Womack that contains wise advice as you begin your life as an adult. I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted, and forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance, and when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. Time is a wheel in constant motion, always rolling us along. Tell me who wants to look back on their years and wonder where those years have gone. So when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, as you proceed into adulthood, I hope you dance. Best wishes to you all, and now we need to get to the awarding of the diplomas.
Travis Peterson.
Morgan Perrine.
Justin Pettigrew.
Dustin Glenn Johnson.
Jacqueline Marie Gualco.
Allison Jean Ryan.
Samantha Dias.
Douglas Michael Sackerson.
Chris Franco.
Sean Michael Lacombe.
Cassie Edwards.
Nicole Elizabeth Bates.
Rebecca E. Jensen.
Amanda Landon.
Tiana Nashelle Abad Davis.
David James Lang.
Erin Olivia Abbott.
Kelsey Larson.
Richard Abubo.
Stephanie Larson.
David Akoba.
Matthew James Lohr.
Jesse Adams.
Stephen Michael Layton.
Robbie Aflagji.
Remington Lever.
Chanda Jaylene Alstrom.
Nicholas James LeCompte.
Ashley Allen.
Crystal Dawn Leach.
Hillary Joy Anaya.
Nicholas Sean Leichner.
Joseph Anderson.
Adrian Renee Lewis.
Ryan John Aker.
Ashley Catherine Lewis.
Laura Anderson.
Stephen Littleton.
Nicholas J. Anderson.
Brandy Lindberg.
Shayna Felicia Anderson.
Jensine Lenenko.
Carissa Jewel Engelbeck.
Aaron Joe Michael Linkmeyer.
Joseph Angel.
Corey Liss.
Aaron Archer.
Amanda Renee Louisi.
Angela Lynn Archet.
Amanda Baza Lizama.
Kirsten Armstrong.
Ariane Logsdon.
Emily Elizabeth Ashby.
Rachel Jean Longstreet.
Mallory Jean Atkins.
Daniel Lorenzen.
Adam Avery.
Nikki Lovely.
Ashley Bakken.
Richard Lavorne.
Kishelle Balassi.
Alan Luder.
Matthew Baldwin.
Katie Lutz.
Tyler Baldwin.
Robin Lutz.
Stephen T. Balkanindi.
Brittany Lyman.
Melissa Ballard.
Christopher Philip Lyman.
Jared Christopher Ballstad.
Douglas Lyman.
Jeffrey Alex Bell.
Amanda May Meyer.
Nikki Bilodeau.
Ozette Monant.
Tracy Bondoc Bartlett.
Luzvaminda Louis Marcotte.
Jonathan Noel Barnes.
Ryan Marshall.
Mitchell James Barone.
Corey Martin.
Tom Bartlett.
Leah Elizabeth Martin.
John D. Barzanti.
Clementina Celeste Materni.
Diane Rose Bassa.
Sean Mathwig.
Jason Edward Bassey.
Jenny May.
Kenny Banus.
Travis Leland McBride.
Joshua Betger.
Cody McCulley.
Nicholas Bild.
Thomas McDaniel.
Scott Bradley Binford.
Rose McFarlane.
Jackie Binns.
Christina McIntyre.
Jason Blaisdell.
Maria Masterson.
Benjamin Blankenship.
Adam McKay.
Nina Blaylock.
David McKay.
Lindsay Boldrin.
Patrick Joseph McKilvey.
Evan Monroe Brumfield.
Katie McLaughlin.
Jason Boyette.
Regina Antoinette McNeil.
Cheryl Danielle Blowers.
Donald Roy McPhee.
Shelley Lynn Blowers.
Matthew Lewis Meeker.
Elise Bolt.
Samir Mejio.
Catherine Bosch.
Rachel Meng.
Quinn Boer.
Jonathan Menser.
Michelle Leah Boyd.
Doreen Laksamana Mercado.
Christy Brady.
Brandon Miller.
Lonnie Nicole Brannon.
Jesse Miller.
Becky Brenner.
Mike Miller.
Rowdy Brewer.
Autumn Mills.
Candace Brown.
Crystal Lee Mills.
Chris Brown.
Tahi Min.
Crystal Brown.
Rebecca Brooke Miner.
Brett Buckingham.
Rob Manyweather.
Jennifer Ann Buddy.
Jeff Mitchell.
Bjorn Ide Boltais.
Andrea Marie Moline.
Cole Casas Clark.
Aaron R. Mollier.
David Chilton.
Jessica Elaine Moran.
Jenna Burns.
Chris Morgan.
Sarah Nicole Burt.
Isaiah Morgan.
Jennifer Carlson.
Tara Sharon Moritz.
Ryan Cosgrove.
Brennan Muller.
Elise Cheney.
Christine Marie Murphy.
Elizabeth Grace Christensen.
Aaron Mustaine.
Timothy Wayne Christensen.
Jamie Rose Myers.
Ross Christofferson.
Therese Myers.
Eric Chun.
Kristen Miles.
John Cisney.
Sarah Anita Minot.
Rebecca Joy Cody.
Sam Niemoyer.
Kevin Russell Colby.
Aaron Nelson.
Carolyn Culver.
Ashlyn Murray.
Vanessa Lorraine Condon.
Christopher Anders Nelson.
Alex Conger.
Joshua Ness.
Timothy Matthew Dale,
Heather Marie Nesseth,
Julene Connor,
Heather Ann Newhoffel,
John Cope,
Brooke Catherine Nielsen,
Brian Kellis Cottrell,
Audrey Norris,
Trista Renee Covert,
Robert Anthony Novorolski,
Brian Whitfield Cox,
Joshua O'Donnell,
Shayna Jean Coyer,
Andrew Oberholzer,
Elizabeth Ann Crawford,
Ryan O'Hollick,
Ashley Cressman,
Marta Andrea Olson,
Crystal Lynn Crockett,
Morgan Lorraine Olson,
Garrett Dean Kreider,
Vanessa Otero,
Kelsey Cumming,
Lino Palencia,
Trevon Dupree Curry,
Chris Parker,
Sharon Ann Daly,
Tyler Lee Oswald,
Eric Daniels,
Kevin David O'Brien,
Janine R. Daniels,
Sherry Renee Norman,
Michael Datillo,
Christina Marie Parker,
Hiram Taylor Davis,
Tammy Parker,
Katie Jane DeLapp,
Christina Le Aloha Payne,
Amy Lynn Dockstader,
Drew Joseph Pearson,
Rachel Davison,
Nigel Hendley,
Tyler DeBarth,
Letitia Lynn Paredo,
Eric Deisler,
Christopher Peters,
Amber De La Torre,
Is this- Kaylee Peterson,
Carl Denny,
Nathan Peterson,
James J. Dennis,
Jill Petty,
Esta Dibley,
Kelly Elizabeth Pizenta,
Zachary Ryan Doan,
April Pierce,
Aaron Dodge,
Kara Catherine Pierce,
Stephen Mark Dole II,
Christopher Elton Pound,
Amy Larissa Dowling,
Holly Petit,
Krista Derbasek,
Jamie Orser,
Kyle Allen Drevnock,
Matthew Powell,
Brandon Duncan,
Micah Paulus,
James Duncan,
Chrissy Pritchard,
Bubba Dunn,
Frank Hutsky,
DJ Ebner,
Heather Quinlan.
Elisa Echeverry,
Oh, what happened here? Oh, so Heather didn't get off my list. Sorry. Stephanie Maria Ramirez. Is that another one?
Tia Marie Eddington,
Christina Marie Reese,
Andrew Wayne Edwards,
Carlene Nola Reichert,
Sean Edwards,
Kara Christina Reed,
Josh Elder.
Carly Renee.
Sarah Elling.
Sarah Diane Rice.
Kelly Ellingson.
Ted Rice.
Lindsay Ellis.
Justin Richardson.
Jason Daniel Enderud.
Jennifer Rigg.
Ashley Evans.
Brianna Riley.
Derek Evans.
Megan Christine Randleman.
Angela Everts.
Kimberly Presley.
Sarah Leanne Evinrude.
Bo Sanford Pugh.
Stephanie Fost.
Oh, sorry. Courtney Peter Riley. I don't know, Joe.
Gina Lola Farrell.
Joe Riley.
John Mark Fuchs.
Robin Rivers.
Jackie Farrar.
Bobby Robinson.
Bethany Allen Fogelson.
Danielle Robinson.
Rachel Marcia Foreman.
Stephanie Robinson.
Josh Forshaw.
Yvonne Robles.
Brent Allen Fessenden.
Yvonne, no. Terry, thank you. I'm glad I knew all these. Terry Rock. Yeah.
Shannon Victoria Fleming.
Kristen Rodney.
Caitlin Patricia Flynn.
Leonard Rossett.
Corey Frank.
David Ross.
Jennifer Ann France.
Amanda Lee Rutz.
Senshal A. Frederick.
Scott Ryan.
Brittany Marie Fryboth.
Mark Ryder.
Amber Marie Frost.
Samantha Marie Salmon.
Michael Stephen Gagner.
Ashley Samples.
Stephanie L. Gantz.
Celine San Juan.
Jason N. Garcia.
Geraldine Joduanius San Nicolas.
Jay Garman.
Amanda Sandberg.
Sean Garrett.
Ali Sanino.
Carmen Lassiter Gaskill Quaid.
Katie Marie Sauerlander.
Tiffany Ann Garton.
Brad Savage.
Sarah Christine Gascoigne.
Sean Nicholas Charles Scarangella.
Aaron Eugene Geister.
Brandy Nicole Shaper.
Amy Malia Geister.
Megan Sueko Schenk.
Brian George.
Amanda Schenkelberg.
Robert George.
Katrina Marie Schlosser.
William George.
Gregory Emmett Schmidt.
Lindsay Giant Valley.
Nicole Lene Schoonover.
Christina Gibson.
Derek Schott.
Jessica Lynn
Scott.
Giusti.
Jerly Ann Scott.
Stacy Givens.
Brandon Seacrest.
Amanda K. Glantz.
Kyle Sedlacek.
Charles Gertson.
Brad Zamel.
Paviel Golden.
Bethany Shadow.
Bo Goodnight.
Allison Terry Shower.
Jeff Goodwin.
Melanie Dealey Scoggins.
Joseph Goosey.
Nate Seitz.
Catherine Lee Hamner.
Kevin Sentiri.
Anastasia Gordon.
Chesley Noel Session.
Heather Grantier.
Liz Sharp.
Kristen Green.
Kelsey Sheets.
Roby Greer.
Shanna Michelle Shelton.
Chanel Marie Greer.
Allison Sherrill.
Tamara Renee Gressley.
Katie Shoemaker.
Aubrey Griggs.
Alex Seifert.
Tristan Gwindon.
Jason Edward Seam.
Angela Hahn.
Adam Seiler.
Larry Edward Hales.
Anna Marie Marini Silva. Sorry.
Dina Marie Lynn Hall.
Kristen Silvernail.
Jonathan Hall.
Victoria N. Scow.
Shane C. Hall.
Brady Skidmore.
Jamie Halverson.
Brian Slack.
Alicia Marie Hamilton.
Brittany Slagle.
Heather Lynn Hamilton.
Jennifer Lynn Slate.
Lindsay Nicole Hanson.
Bryce Smith.
Matt Heller.
Dusty Starkweather.
Catherine Lee Hood.
Christopher Smith.
Amanda Lynn Harvey.
Lindsay Ann Marie Smith.
Katie James Hanson.
Patrick Smith.
Brady Harding.
Rachel Marie Smith.
Serena Marie Hardwick.
Sarah Smith.
Samantha Harrell.
What is it? Kenny Snip.
Kirsten Harrison.
Devin Spencer.
James Hart.
Jessica Splain.
Olivia Lee Hartline.
Heidi Spoonamore.
Adam Maurice Haugen.
Melissa Jo Sporer.
Chris Hawkins.
Tyson William Stanley.
Josiah Hallworth.
Jared Stevenson.
Michael Alexander Haynes.
Elise Stever.
Seth Edward Hine.
Mandy Stone.
Sarah Elizabeth Helms.
Cynthia Cecile Stott.
Thomas Henry,
Matthew Strain,
Benjamin David Herbold,
Mary Straws,
Robin Lee Hubble,
sorry about that, Hannah Michelle Stewart,
Tabitha Hush,
Tara Stuthen,
Jamie Herrick,
Andy Sund,
Tanya Hesher,
Patrick Swain,
Tiffany Nicole Hobson,
Ryan Sweet,
Lucy Hoffman,
Brendan Swiegler,
Stephanie Rose Hoffman,
Jolene Teresa Tannery,
Rochelle Holman,
Lindsay Anne Marie Tappert,
Aaron Holmes,
Kelsey Tarver,
Matt Hopper,
Jillian Lee Thayer,
Andrew Carl Hork,
Annalise Thomas,
Gina Marie Horton,
Carter Thomas,
Melissa May Hovermail,
Eric Andrew Thomas,
Jeannie Beth Hoyt,
James Thompson,
Matthew Allen Hubbard,
Scott Leon Thompson,
Alexis Hughes,
Matthew Tone,
Megan Holloway,
Steve Tibbett,
Shannon Marie Hughes,
Abby Totten,
Elisa Marie Hewlett,
Amanda Nicole Totten, Jeffrey Robert Warner, wow.
Christina Marie Johnson,
Jennifer Trogdon, Theodore Allen Tronson,
Caitlin Elizabeth Kalkworth,
Jeremy Ulrich,
Lacey Andrea Hultz,
Christy Nicole Utter,
Jeremy Vincent Hutton,
Rachel Ann Valberg,
Amanda Catherine Irwin,
Victor Valley,
Jessica Kathleen Isa,
Ashley Nicole Vaughn,
Amara Loy Jaber,
Victor List,
Joshua Mark Jerome Jacobson,
Lindsay Wagner,
Adrian Jimenez,
Ulissa Tipani Walker,
John Gustav Johnson,
Brittany Elizabeth Walker,
Lonnie Johnson,
Rose Andriana Walker,
Benjamin Jones,
Serene Teresa Walker,
Dominique Nicole Jones,
Chris Waltall,
Holly Jones,
Nick Wargo,
Leanne Jones,
Patrick Denand Wallace,
David Housel,
Tasha Marie Wagner.
John Judge.
Jessica Starr Watson.
Jennifer Jurgens.
William Gregory Watson.
Jenny Calso.
Corinne Louise Weber.
Sarah Canyer.
Kirsten Wecker.
Aaron Carlson.
Mike Weidenbacher.
Jacob Jonas Cathan.
Jim Wells.
Jody Mae Kaufman.
Talina Welsh.
Krista Keithley.
I'm sorry. Josa Warner.
Marcus Allen Keller.
Sarah West.
Travis Kench.
Garrett Wisnett.
Michael Killian.
Sheena White.
Danielle Jean Kingsbury.
Stacy Lynn White.
Jennifer Kingshot.
Jesse Ray Whiteley.
Kevin Kirby.
Jason Whitford.
Nicole Kirby.
Rebecca Wells.
Catherine Robidas Niece.
Jessica Renee Wilson.
Josh Knight.
Jeremiah Lynn Weigel. Rick Weichel. Andy Williams. Nathaniel Earl Winchester. Genevieve Winnie.
Robin Star Comenda.
Emily Ann Winslow.
Chris Kaipoff.
Scott Witherspoon.
Nicholas Knight.
Crystal Wood.
Stephanie L. Knowlton.
Lauren Meredith Woodford.
Caitlin Creer.
Sean Woodward.
Tiffany Kirstich.
Carissa Wright.
Richard Charles Krusner. Joseph John Kuntz.
Nicole Wright.
Jared Kupietz.
Joshua Wyatt.
Justin David Bauer.
Kristen Yaden.
Jenny Marie Bayette.
Abigail Zebor.
Todd Martin.
Jennifer Marie Whitford.
Kyle Meeks. Kathleen Monton.
Sorry, I have an announcement. We would, at this time, like to recognize our foreign exchange students who have been with us this school year and who are participating today as our guests.
Marta Elisa Helland. Hiromi Maruo. Cindy Nuremberger. Iris Von Dam.
At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Jacqueline Gualco, who will do a presentation titled A Gift.
There once was a boy who liked to explore. He loved to take note of the colorful iris in a person's eye, or admire the light fluffy clouds on a spring day. This boy loved to draw and paint as well. Through his artwork, he captured the world around him. He spent many years practicing, and one day, his hard work paid off. The boy, who is now a man, was offered the job of painting a large ceiling. The task was arduous, but he continued on for weeks. When asked at what time he would be completed, he would always reply, "When I am finished." Finally, after 4 long years and a very stiff neck, he was done. And hundreds of years later, we are still able to admire the Sistine Chapel ceiling, the famous work of Michelangelo. This man was given a gift. Everyone here today also has a gift, something they can do very well. Maybe it is singing, running, or even the simple action of listening to others. With this ability, there is the power to make our own lives better. We all feel fulfilled when we can do something well, and when one is able to find happiness in their own life, they are then able to share it with others. Once you find the thing you are passionate about, share it with others. This is not a finite assignment. It will not be due next Tuesday. It is instead a lifelong goal, an idea to live by and to live for. Search your soul, your heart, and your mind to find what you truly love to do and do it. Through this, you will not only be able to improve your own life, but the lives of the people around you as well. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Cassie Edwards and the senior signers, who will present It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday.
How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made us laugh outweigh the bad. I thought we'd get to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know where this road is going to lead. All I know is where we've been and what we've been through. If we live to see tomorrow, I hope it's worth all the pain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Graduation 2003. Today we come together to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2003. And we're almost there. These graduates have taken a journey which comes to a conclusion today. It is a journey that has stretched their minds and examined their conscience. You could ask, what purpose has this journey served? You will receive a diploma which states that you have satisfactorily completed a prescribed course of study. But more important, you have also made a journey of preparation. Your teachers and parents have worked long and hard to prepare you to meet the challenges and obstacles that lies ahead. The time has now come for you to be set free, to fly on your own. We hope we have prepared you to go forward to meet new and exciting challenges with courage, bliss, and significance. When I speak of courage, I do not mean a reckless disregard for what is prudent. Courageous persons act responsibly, wisely and correctly in spite of danger or risk to personal fortune and reputation. It is not necessary to be at war to enter circumstances demanding courage. Robert F. Kennedy put it best when he wrote in Profiles in Courage, "A man does what he must in spite of personal consequences, in spite of obstacles and changes and pressures. And that is the basis of all human morality." When I speak of bliss, I want you to think about what you want for your life. Following your bliss means to follow great joy or happiness or personal and professional satisfaction in your life. Have you ever thought to yourself, what do you want your life to reflect? Joseph Campbell, a college professor and author, said, "We should do like King Arthur's knights when they set out on their holy grail. Each set out alone, each entered the woods at the deepest, darkest point, where there was no way or no path. If there is a well-worn path, it is someone else's path, not yours." In South Kitsap, We all know that the wolf pack makes its own path where others dare to follow. In this way, each individual is able to create his or her own grail, led only by a sense of self-discovery, of personal bliss. Follow your bliss, and you will have a rich life, a full life. Follow after money or power, you may lose it and have nothing. Or worse, you may get the money and power and still have nothing. A frustrated executive once said, "I climbed to the top of the ladder and suddenly found my ladder was against the wrong wall." Campbell went on to say, "Where you stumble, there lies your treasure." Success is air-driven. Where you stumble becomes your opportunity to make corrections, to learn and grow. I urge you to go for it with courage to follow your bliss. Significance is also an important part of your preparation for the future. Think back a few years with me. When you entered the halls of South Kitsap High School, the buzzwords were Y2K and the new millennium. Remember that? This significant point in time quickly passed by. Then you experienced 9/11, a significant point in time where you will never forget. Our nation rallied with a new sense of patriotism. This year, your senior year, you witnessed the war. Another significant point in time that caused many of you to examine the importance of living in freedom. So now, as you leave the halls of South Kitsap High School, do not dwell on what significant events will arise in your future, but dwell instead on directing your own life to being of meaning, of value to others, as well as to yourself. Willa Cather said, "The greatest secret to living a happy and fulfilled life is realizing that everything is created in our minds before it manifests itself into the outer world. We must believe it before we can see it." An example of this is a man by the name of Sergeant Shriver. He thought that the poor should not remain poor, and that drove him to where no one has ever helped before. He started the Peace Corps. This is a program promoting peace and educating less fortunate people around the globe. His wife also created programs that help millions of people. Her work to develop the Special Olympics has made a significant impact on millions of people's lives across the world. Sergeant suggests, now listen to this, help other people to achieve the maximum of their ability, and you will find your own ability is enhanced. This past winter, I saw a movie entitled I Am Sam that greatly impacted me. Sean Penn brilliantly plays an adult mentally challenged father of a small girl who had been in the care of a foster mother. This woman is greatly doubting her own significance in the child's life. At the moment when the father could have left the woman with that feeling of little worth, he instead speaks the phrase, "You are the red in her paintings." As you choose the direction and paths in your life, strive to live a life of significance. Be a color of impact in others' paintings of life, similar to what Sergeant Shriver has done. Be the words of encouragement that motivates others. Be the caring emotions in another's crisis that helps them endure. Be a person whose life is significant. The late Robert Kennedy once said, "Some men see things the way they are and ask why. I dream of things that never were and ask why not." I challenge each and every one of you to dream things that never were and fulfill them with significance. There you will find your bliss and your courage. Class of 2003, I bid you a sincere, fond farewell. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce to you the valedictorians of the class of 2003, Nicole Bates and Janine Daniels, who will lead the class in the changing of the tassel.
Seniors, please stand.
And will you please join with us as we count down from 3 in the changing of the tassel? 3, 2, 1. Congratulations. It is now our pleasure to introduce the senior highlighters and the chamber choir.
Please join us in singing our alma mater.
Hail to thee, our alma mater, we stand true to thee. Maroon and white, and with thy guidance, we will never fail. Win or lose, we still stand by thee firm and loyal true. South Kitsap, our alma mater, hail, hail to you.
Will you please be seated?